welcome to Celestia. This is me, Saanté Selfcare. I invite lovely women from all over the world to share something really special with all our viewers. And this is the way that we grow our community. This is the way that we share information, share knowledge, and get a better quality of life. So today I have a very special guest whom I've known for a very long time. And I have to say that my association with her has been extremely beneficial to me, because the way I look now is a lot because of her. Okay, so we're going to be talking about skin and skin care. And it's worth looking after your skin as you'll wear it every day for the rest of your life. And many of us forget that. And sometimes what we do is we basically concentrate neck up. You know, that's the place where, you know, you don't want the wrinkles to show. And we forget about, for example, our hands, right? And we forget about our neck. And
Absolutely.
then actually we forget about most of the other body. And that results in a lot of issues that happen, especially as we grow older, or we have hormonal problems, etc., etc. So today we're going to speak to a person who spent a lot of her time not only studying, but also creating fabulous skincare products that make you feel better, make you feel calm, make your skin look good, make your skin glow, and actually is very healthy for your body. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my guest for today, Malini Ohri. Over to you, Malini. Introduce yourself and the name of your company.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much for having me as a guest on your show. Ignite is a beautiful name, and we all need to ignite the knowledge we have to make a better life for ourselves. I'm a health and beauty consultant. I am an aromatherapist, Reiki master, and I have started natural, toxin-free, handcrafted skincare, which is from the head to the toe.
Okay.
And for the soul, and not to forget the soul,
Okay.
because we are what our mind projects. If we are stressed, the stress will show. And especially as we get older, our features show less, our stress shows more.
Quite true.
Yeah.
Quite true.
And I realized when I was 30, now I'm 66, but I realized when I was 30 that I'm going to be older for longer in my life than I've ever been young. So we really need to look after our insides and the outside, because without the healthy inside, the outside is not going to be healthy.
Quite true, quite true.
Yeah.
So actually, you know, I started using your products by default because I used to travel a lot, and I thought I should indulge myself with all these very expensive creams. And because I would go through duty free, I'd buy a whole lot of them that would last me like 6 months or something like that. And I spent a fortune.
I'm
And of
sure
course,
you did. Yes.
when COVID came, everything was at a stop, and absolutely there was no way that I was going to buy those cosmetics and skincare in the market here. And then I remembered your talks, and I looked up your website, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. There's no harm in trying. And when I started using the products, my skin was happy. I don't know about me, but my skin was happy in the sense it was more relaxed. And when I got up in the morning, it didn't look so stretched. And during the day, no matter what I was doing, I still felt less stressed out. The skin wasn't stressed.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I started regularly using your cosmetics. So I would like you to share with us, how is it that when I use the products or anybody else, how does it de-stress the skin? What do you use?
One, I use minimal products. I use all natural products, and it's very, very tempting to use products which are not natural. Just
Yes.
because the cream looks better or feels better
And smells better.
and smells better. And we have actually, our health has been sabotaged in the last 60, 70 years. We have chosen convenience over the health of our skin and the health of our body insides, and above all, the health of this earth on which we live. When we are washing down chemicals, they're going into the earth. So they're harming us outside, inside, and the earth they are harming. So my whole thing was to make a natural product which made us look better, made us feel better, because there were no toxins going into the body. And then slowly, because I do Ayurveda also, I started putting in adaptogens. That's why you love the time rewind, because it has moringa oil, which is an adaptogen. So
Okay.
it calms you down without having any sleeping portions in it. It actually calms you down.
Okay. So when you
So
start your product, when you start making these serums and creams and all, just give us an idea about how do you do it from scratch, because I know that's what you do. You do it from scratch.
I do it from scratch, and I'm not a microbiologist. So
Okay.
it's not as easy for me as it would be for a microbiologist. But because I know natural products, one reason I know them, because from the age of 5 or 6, I have imbibed what my mother did at home. She used all Ayurvedic products. And when we say Ayurvedic, we always think of an Ayurvedic clinic or bottled Ayurveda. That's not true. Ayurveda is also the saffron you use and the turmeric you use when you get hurt, and the castor oil my mom would use for our skin. So, and then mustard oil was always used in our house. Being Punjabis, the ghee and the mustard oil. So uh, she would use, multani mitti, fuller's earth, neem leaves. Summer we never got prickly heat, and in India, that everyone, it's so hot in North India that there's prickly heat. So she would use neem water to wash us. So without realizing, I was imbibing all the natural, the natural ingredients that I could use in my products when I started making them. And I did my aromatherapy course about 37 years back. So about 10, 11 years back, when I decided to start making the products, the first thing I did, Sandy, was to remove whatever I had studied.
Okay.
And then I went with my instinct. Because what I studied from the aromatherapy college in UK was her story, what she thought. So then I took out the list of oils that say for good for the skin. So I took out a list, took out 15 of them and said, okay, what is easily available to me? What is reasonably priced? Where can I get them from? And initially I started only aromatherapy products. They were the easiest to make. Ayurveda is more difficult.
Okay.
Because like now I make that Inara, which you use. It has the original Kumkumadi oil, which my Inara is based on, has 27 herbs. And it smells very heavy. We modern women are not going to use that Kumkumadi thylam on our face. It's heavy also. So I diluted the herbs, whichever were very heavy smelling, kept the lovely ones like the blue lotus and the magista. And I anyway used to use licorice, which is called mulati in Hindi. Anyway, I was using it in my product. So I put all of that in and came up with Inara, which is based on the Indian Ayurvedic oil. My face cream, I know that it was meant for mature or dry skin or normal skin. So I was okay to put shea butter, which is fine, but cocoa butter is not good for oily skins. So it's not meant for oily skin. And I kept my products very, very simple. Actually, I don't understand why there are 80 products in a bottle. I can't understand why does soap have 40 ingredients? I don't understand.
And then when you try to read them, nobody understands because there's all some some chemical names and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
That I think that is done because they have to, according to certain standards, health standards and all, they have to include all that. So talking about standards and health standards, and in the UAE, of course, you know that we are all very strict. The Department of Health is
yeah,
extremely strict about what kind of products you can sell, what kind you can make,
yeah.
especially when you're doing it commercially. So what kind of licenses did you have to get, and what kind of testing did they do on your products?
Okay. First, I ran around for 6 years, 7 years, wondering how to do it. Till my daughter came and joined us, and she said, "Mom, just take a back seat, and this is my job. I'll do it." So it's quite easy actually, because my products, as long as we are not claiming health benefits, the municipality passes the license,
Okay.
gives you the card. But you have to make it in a facility which is licensed by the municipality and all of that.
No, so
So
health checks, cleanliness checks, all of that.
all of that, and it has to have a good reputation with the municipality. Then they will pass it immediately, and then you pass it through the lab, and that's how I did it, and it was easy enough. But I'm still struggling with some of my products which claim some health benefits,
Okay.
so I'm going to the DHA now.
Okay.
So
So now we're going to start from head to toe.
yeah,
All right. So explain to us, when you put a certain oil or some kind of a lotion or something in your scalp, uh, it gets absorbed, obviously. Okay. And that is supposed to make our hair better. So does it have any other adverse effect, or is it just in the hair follicles?
okay, no, anything that we put on our scalp, our skin is the largest
Organ in the
organ of the
body.
human body. Yeah, and it absorbs even when we are not putting anything on. It can absorb a toxic chemical if you walk into a place which has toxins. Even if you're wearing a mask, it can go through your skin. Okay, so Sandy, ask me the question again.
Okay, so it's when you're putting some kind of an oil or a lotion
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your for
yeah,
your
yeah,
hair. Okay,
yeah.
so how careful do you have to be that it's not having an adverse effect elsewhere?
Uh, Everything we put on our skin gets absorbed.
Okay,
And when we shampoo our hair, we normally do it twice. So it is twice absorbed. And the first time when you do it, the skin opens up a bit and pulls in the good stuff along with the very, very bad stuff. I mean, when you wonder, now you imagine our mums who probably wash their hair with soap nut or a red soap called shikakai, which may have left their hair dry and not feeling good, but it didn't harm their health inside.
okay,
Absolutely sure. Today, look at all the women, considering we are using such fabulous, what we think is fabulous stuff. Why are we all balding? All women are losing hair, including men. Okay, men have a different story.
fine, yeah,
And also, Sandy, by the age of 50, approximately, most of us would have lost 50% of the hair we are supposed to have had when we were 25 or 30. Now, taking that into consideration, we still have less hair than our mothers had, because they were not using such harmful chemicals which made you feel fabulous.
yeah,
Now I make now, even in India, our amla oils, the lal thanda thanda tel is red in color. Those colors are toxic. The Indian amla is fabulous for the hair, but the green color they put in is toxic for our body. It goes in, and okay, everyone imbibes or gets a different result doing the same thing.
yeah, quite true.
Two people smoke, one gets cancer, one doesn't get cancer.
Yes, yes,
But most of us have pigmentation, and we can't keep blaming the ozone layer. It is the products that we are using which are causing us to age faster than we should, than our mothers did. Our mothers used to glow without makeup.
Yes. So talking about pigmentation, this is something that we all face, no matter where we stay. So a lot of
Absolutely.
people say it's to do with your diet and what you're eating, and if you cleanse your kidney and your liver, do a liver cleanse and all these so-called liver spots and all that they say will go. So I understand that part, but can the creams or the lotions that we use, can that also help? Because what happens is a lot of people use bleach, a lot of people use whitening creams to sort of get rid of that. But I think that's pretty harmful for the face and it doesn't actually get rid of the problem. So what is the solution for that?
See, I always said we make a very natural vitamin C, which a lot of people are using. It
Okay.
will definitely lift the complexion, definitely. But I don't like people to use it in the day because any citric product will react to the sun,
Okay.
even if it's natural. You can't even put a lemon and go out in the sun. You'll damage your skin. One, I think a lot of women now are using retinol,
Hmm.
peel, salicylic acid. I can't understand why. Because the more you peel your skin, by the time you're 40, your skin has become thin. And the environment is getting harsher. We know that in the next 5-7 years, the temperature is going to go up by 1.5 degree.
Yes.
So keep your skin, the skin renews every 28 days. Do one peel, do two peels. And retinol, the chemical retinol makes you look good, but it has so much of harmful effects, like it dehydrates your skin, it will peel your skin, and eventually make your skin thinner in the long run. So, and okay, I used to bleach my face every 15 days, not to get whiter, but I had lots of hair growth. So I used to use it. And I always said, knowing that it's so harmful for the skin, but your skin looks lovely for 2 days after that because you get that golden glow. But some things we still have to do. I couldn't go out with that hair. I didn't want to thread and wax because I was a therapist. And I knew how harmful threading and waxing, it would have increased my hair thickness tenfold.
Yes.
So I used to bleach for years, but I would put a cream after that. And I would use yogurt and potato to counteract the effect of that bleach, which I did once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now coming to the part, what, for example, if a person is in their 40s, woman is in her 40s or 50s, what would you recommend that she should use?
First, please read the ingredients. If it has 2 or 3% of bad stuff, use it. If it's anything more than that, please throw it out.
What is
Don't
bad
buy.
stuff?
No, don't buy the product.
Okay.
And today there is Google Auntie.
Okay.
So take a picture, come home, check it out. Recently, I used a very nice uh, resurfacing mask. I immediately checked the ingredients, and at least 40% of the ingredients are very, very harmful. Not in one time. It's when you
Oh,
use it regularly,
yes.
it's going to harm you.
Okay.
So,
So for as I said, for the ladies who are in their 40s or 50s, what kind of an eye serum
yeah,
should you use? And underneath the cream, should you use some kind of a serum before you
yeah,
put the face cream and then your foundation or whatever?
yeah. I think, Sandy, as like I said, even our knowledge is growing. I realize that water-based serums are great to use. Vitamin C serum at night. I use a hyaluronic on top of that. And then I use my Time Rewind cream. So you can use any cream you would like, but try and keep it as natural or near natural as possible. And in the day, I don't use the vitamin C, like I said. I
Yeah.
use uh, I use a face toner with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it. Keeps the skin toned. Doesn't smell the best, but natural products, if they're really natural, they will not smell the best. You just get used to it.
Okay.
Don't trade your sense of smell for good health here.
Yeah.
And I realize that a lot of products that we use, which smell very nice, even the fragrances can be causing breathing problems for us in the long run.
Okay.
So please, please
Yeah.
use natural as possible. Yeah.
Okay, so we are moving down from the head to the
Yeah.
face, and now we're on the neck. Now, this is an area which is
We
It
age
shows your age very fast, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
So this
In fact,
and what is it called? The decollage or whatever it is?
decollage, decollage.
Yes, okay, I
I'm
got the
so
word
glad you
right.
were using my time rewind there. It was making me a lot of money. But yes,
Okay,
but
so just to take a break here, when I bought the creams from Malini, I like to have this feel the cream on myself, on my skin, and so I was being extra generous and rubbing this face cream on my neck and everywhere else, but I don't like to mention. And the cream was obviously finishing very fast, and she couldn't understand. She said, "How is it possible that the cream is finished? What are you doing?" When I told her that, she said, "Oh my God, please don't do that. I'll give you another cream." So now
yeah,
I, I have another cream that I use neck down. So tell us about that.
yeah. So again, my body creams are very simple. They are body butters. So again, the choice of making a butter as opposed to a cream which has water in it, the minute there is water, you have to put a preservative. And when I started making my products, I could not get my hands on a as natural preservative as I would have liked. So I just made body butters which had shea butter, cocoa butter, beeswax, and some oils. So I didn't need a preservative in there. So they are
Okay.
lovely, but you have to use less. You melt them on your hand and you apply them. Now I also make some body oils, which are just plain jojoba with essential oils. I fragrance them with essential oils. And jojoba is one oil which is near our skin sebum. So it's closest to the human body sebum. So it's great to
Okay.
use. And Sandy, you do a lot of work with Africa where they make
Yes.
shea butter and cocoa butter. They are fabulous. The only thing that in their natural form, they are too thick
Yes.
and they don't smell the best. So I use a once refined butter because I
Okay.
can't fill them up with so much of essential oils, because even if it's natural, there has to be a top limit that you can put the product in.
Okay.
You know, you
So
can use.
now, so we
Yeah,
talked about the neck and the hands, and now coming down to the rest of the body. And I would like you to focus very much on the feet because,
yeah,
we all know that the foot massage, how important it is for relaxation. And when you do the Chinese style reflexology, it can actually help with different ailments in parts of your
yeah,
body. So
absolutely.
so what would you recommend? Because I know a lot of people are stressed out and they're very tired and they mostly focus on massaging the head and the back and the shoulders. And
Yeah,
very few people pay attention to their feet, even when it comes to having after your shower something to actually sit and put a nice cream on
yeah,
your feet. So
yes.
tell us a little bit about the foot part.
You know, we should have some tender, loving care for our feet. They carry our weight.
Yes.
They carry all of us. Without the feet, we won't be able to go anywhere. And if you have cracks in your feet, you are definitely going to have some issues. Heavy, hard skin under the big toe can give you a migraine. That's the reflexology. All our nerve endings are there, and our organs of our body are represented in our feet. So please, at night, at least once a week, twice a week, do massage your feet. I think feet should be soaked in salt, vinegar, baking soda, a little bit of Epsom salt once or twice a week for sure. For sure. I do it every time I come back from the market, Sandy. I put my feet in water for 40 minutes. It removes all my tiredness and the feet are soft. So I do my scrubbing. It's not that I don't go for a pedicure, but don't wait to go for a pedicure. Keep your
Yes.
feet soft all the time and go for a pedicure so that your pedicurist can also smile and say, I don't have to do too
Nice,
much of
yeah.
work.
Not these yucky feet that have come.
Yes. And
All right.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
and
the
then
other
do
thing,
put
yeah.
some cream. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the other thing that I'd like to ask is, a lot of us are married and we have these husbands who are pretty stressed out and they seem to have a lot of issues, and it's not very often that you find a nice cream for men. And I believe that some of your friends have complained that their products are finishing fast because the husbands, not the sons, the husbands are sort of sneaking in there and putting some of the
Yeah.
cream. So tell us a little bit about that, about how these
I'm
creams help men.
Yeah, I'm not a cosmetic company. I'm a wellness company.
Okay.
And so most all my products are unisex. And the men can use the same vitamin C, the same face wash, the eye serum, uh, and the body butters. Absolutely. Maybe I don't think the rose oil and the jasmine oil will do them any, they won't like it. The other stuff they can easily use. I make very nice shampoo bars, which are all natural, which are great for short hair. I use a shampoo bar to wash my hair. So it has no preservatives. So it's great. And men can use the same products. I make, and like I said, I think if we are well, Sandy, we look well.
Yes.
No amount of makeup will make me look good if I have a back pain or I have a varicose vein pain or my legs are swollen. I'm not going to look my best. So I make the first oil that I passed was my pain relief oil, move oil, which men and women both can use it. And if you all are still loving each other, you could massage each other also.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
I think so, yeah. So, I
Yes.
mean, and it's great for the knee pain. And we all, after 40, something or the other is there. One, I think our outside will be good, Sandy, if our insides are healthy.
Yes.
Please look at what you're eating. Please read the labels. Don't burn paraffin candles at home. See, our houses inside are more unhealthy. The air is more unclean inside our house than outside, even in India, because nowadays it's very fashionable to burn candles, and
Yes. Yes.
95% of them,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
90% of
So,
them are paraffin fragrance, which is
yeah.
really harmful. Yeah,
Okay, so what you're saying, from what I understand, is number one, we should be looking at more natural products.
yeah,
My issue is, and I think I'm speaking for a lot of ladies out there, we really don't know. So when we go to a shop that says natural products or whatever, we just assume that it's okay,
yeah.
and we use it to a bit of experimenting to see whether it suits us or not. So in some cases it could work extremely well, and then afterwards we may start having other issues which could be actually caused because of what has been absorbed on the skin. Is that something that we should be a little more mindful about, careful? Is it really going to harm us if we are using something that we think is good because it looks good, the advertising is good and whatever, but it could actually have an adverse effect on us? Is
Yeah.
it possible?
See, now everyone talks about parabens and sulfates. So a lot of people tell me I'm using a natural shampoo. It has no paraben and no sulfate. I said, but what about the rest of the stuff? Read the rest of the stuff. They're only telling us what they want us to know. Now they have substituted the sulfate for another equally bad stuff. They have substituted the paraben, which is a preservative, which is very important. Otherwise, all the products will have fungus and microbes in them, which will make us more ill. So check what they have substituted it for. Then there is something known as fragrance, which we already discussed, formaldehyde. There are good and bad alcohols. So I use some good alcohols, but a lot of people use a lot of bad alcohols in their products. Then there is synthetic colors, which can cause, estrogen issues. They are called hormone disruptors. And we women are using it all the time. Everything we are putting on our body, apparently there are about 2,000 chemicals we encounter in our daily life every day, which may come from the floor cleaner, from your candles, from your dishwashing liquid, from your detergents. So some things we can't do without, but some things we can change.
Yes.
So start with the creams. And like I said, the first thing you do after you've read the ad and you have loved it, take a picture of the ingredients and Google them.
Okay.
And once it makes sense to you, then please use them. And again, natural products also may not suit somebody. So it's not that only synthetic products may cause a skin reaction. A lot of
Yeah.
natural products
Natural
don't suit.
products, but also, yes, quite true.
Yes.
So now I want you to give us a few pointers about sleep. how can we have a better sleep? Do you have any kind of lotions or oils or something that you can rub on your temples and on your
Yeah.
wrists or something like that, that can get us better sleep?
Okay. Today we are all junkies of the TV and the phone. And everyone tells you, and I tell people, that get off the phone a couple of hours before you go to sleep.
Sleep.
But it doesn't happen, Sandy. Even I'm watching TV or I'm doing some work on the phone, reading an article before I go to sleep. So a warm bath, honestly, the old stories work. A warm bath is amazing. The cream you use relaxes you, the adaptogens in the cream. And I make a 7 chakra spray.
Okay.
I have 7 essential oils in it, which balances and calms you. And it can be used on small children, not a newborn, but after they're 3, 4. And we all can use it. It really helps to calm you down. We should do that and not eat a very heavy meal or a heavy meal before we sleep. What I've started doing off late is that I have a warm glass, half a glass or half a cup of ginger, peppermint, like a green tea in the evening before I sleep. So it helps my sinuses. Very often as we get older, we get up in the morning and we have, blocked noses.
Yes. Yes.
And if we have sinus, we're going to be puffy. And we're going to have puffiness where it shows is under the eye, which is really bad. So drinking that peppermint or chamomile tea or lavender tea really helps. Don't have the coffee. A lot of people know that.
Yes.
But do have a calming drink before you sleep,
Before you
half
sleep.
an hour before you
Okay.
sleep.
All right.
And
And
yeah,
last thing, I think, because we're running out of time,
right.
one thing is very important. Women obviously have a lot of hormonal issues.
Yeah,
Okay, so from the young ones with the polycystic ovaries to the ones going into menopause and, carrying on for a lot of years, we always hear this, oh, she's so hormonal. Okay, and because she's supposed to be over emotional or
yeah, yeah.
stressed out or whatever. Okay, so that could be like a side effect, but is there anything that could calm down this so-called imbalance or make you feel slightly better?
Yeah,
Obviously, you can't be giving extra hormones to people, but what
yeah,
else can be done to relieve that kind of stress that women go through?
yeah. Sandy, when we stop using these really harmful chemicals, which we think are very good for us, because they're all hormone disruptors.
Okay.
They can cause cancer, they can cause polycystic ovaries. There was a report I read in India that a lot of women are not conceiving. One, because they're probably trying to conceive when they're older. But one reason in that spectrum was the chemicals from our products, from the skincare and hair care that we are putting on our skins, and we're thinking that it's helping us. They're actually disrupting our hormones. So if they're disrupting hormones for a young woman in her 30s, what is happening to women who are 47 and 50 who are going into menopause? A certain amount of exercise is a must. Sandy, you know that. You are the exercise guru. I mean, you are such an inspirational woman where it comes to being fit, physically fit, keeping your muscles moving well. Honestly, you are such an inspiration. And I'm not saying it as sitting in front of me. And I have to say it, no, that's not true. Honestly, it's incredible. Exercise will remove 50 to 70% of your problems. But don't over exercise.
Yes.
Just a certain amount. And when you start, don't be like Sandy, because she's been doing it for years. I can't do that 10-kilometer marathon because I haven't done it for 20 years. So I should start aiming at smaller steps, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, then do your gentle weights to balance the hormones. This is for
Yes.
any age, absolutely. Okay, I think organic food is great, but it is stupidly priced. At 40 dirhams a kilo, how many apples will I eat in a month? You know what I mean? Honestly. So, but try and get chicken. You can get organic, which is not expensive. It's better to eat less like I always tell people that like salmon is great for the body. But don't eat the salmon which is 60, 70 dirhams a kilo. Buy the one which is not farmed, but eat less of it. Now, flaxseed is great to balance the hormones. Use natural oils like sesame, mustard. Olive virgin is fine. Don't use the extra virgin to cook, but please don't take the pomace oils. Pomace is probably 4 to 5% olive and the rest is unmentionable. So don't waste your money on that. Coconut oil is great if you like the flavor. I don't. These oils are not chemically treated like sunflower, corn flour. What is that called? Canola is really a bad oil.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
it's really a bad oil. It's made from the poisonous cousin of the mustard seed. So we need to not eat it.
Yes, yes.
So I think being healthy inside
Hmm.
will reflect on the outside. And yes, we do need to take help of the
Okay.
makeup we put. We do need to, because in our
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Okay, so coming to the last part now, please share with us the name of your company.
I didn't. Oh, sorry. I call it Saanté,
Okay,
which is a French word for cheers to good health.
okay.
Yes.
And
So
if we were not in the UAE, would we be able to buy your product?
some of them, yes. We are on 2 beauty portals. One is called Secret Skin,
Okay,
and one is the Beauty Binge, the Clean Beauty Binge. And
okay.
they send it out of the UAE. They can post it outside the UAE. So
Okay,
yes,
so are your products available only online, or do you have them in stores as well? Where else can we buy them?
we have some of them. Now we have about 10 stores that are keeping our products. One is the Browns Company. It's a beautiful salon.
Okay,
We're in a couple of wellness centers. One is called Kiani.
okay.
Then we are in Harvey and Moon. Is a beauty salon in the Dubai Hills.
So if we go on your website, would we
You
be
can,
able to get all of this? Okay,
yes,
fine.
absolutely.
right.
And then on the weekends, we do pop-up markets where you can meet me personally and come and see me.
Okay.
So that's it, yes.
Absolutely. I think it's important to come and see you, because then we can get far more advice on what we
Yes.
should be actually using. So one thing that Celestia would like you to do is do a blog for us
I
about
would
skin.
love to. I would love to. Thank you so much for inviting me. I would love
Yes.
to do it.
Yes,
Thank you.
and yes, so we'll bring this thing to an end, because we're running out of time. As I said,
Yes,
this
I'm sorry.
conversation could go on forever, and I think whoever's listening in would also be benefiting a lot. But not to worry. Thank you very much, Malini, for joining us today. And you're part of our Celestial group anyway on
Thank
Facebook.
you so much. Yes,
And
absolutely.
just to remind everybody, we are going to be having a bit of a small party online next
All
week.
right.
Yes,
Okay.
so we hope that a lot of our members who have joined us from different parts of the world are going to be tuning in and sharing and talking about stuff and how we can make Celestia better. So
Absolutely.
don't forget, everyone, to like our page on Instagram, to like our page on Facebook. And if you have a question, please send it to us. We are also going to be uploading these wonderful videos onto our Celestial YouTube channel. And
Okay.
watch that, share that, like that, and most important, don't forget to subscribe. So
Absolutely.
for me, Ignite with Sandy, it's bye-bye till we see you next week. God bless and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah. Thank you and bye-bye.